Welcome to the Joy of Yoga class. And those of you who know me, you know that both joy and yoga are very, very close to my heart. Something that I wouldn't imagine my life without. And I'm really, really grateful and happy that I get to share this practice with you. And in order to start the practice, you can take whatever pose is most comfortable for you, whether you do it seated or whether you do it lying down in Shavasana pose. Choose whatever fits for you. And once you have found the position that works for you, simply take a deep breath and sigh. Let it all out. And after that deep sigh, ask yourself, what has brought you on the mat today? Ask yourself whether you are willing to let go of everything else and accepting this moment as this joyful moment in your life where you get to appreciate who you are, where you get to appreciate what you have. And I'm not talking in a material sense, although that's also okay. And where you are able to simply be in this moment, enjoying it. You can close your eyes or you can open them, however feels most comfortable. And just pay attention to what's happening around you. All the sounds. Maybe someone is at home in another room, or maybe you hear some noises from outside. Just listen. Without reacting, without doing anything about them. And slowly start turning your hearing inside, towards your heart. Start paying attention to what your heart is telling you. How are you feeling? What is going on in your heart? Is it full of gratitude? And are you actually able to let that gratitude out as well? Start also feeling how your body is doing. Feel the surface underneath you and the space above you. Feel how you're supported and grounded. And at the same time, feel how you're capable of flying. Is there anywhere inside your body that's maybe giving you some sensations that you're not so happy with? Then just accept them and say thank you. Because even pain is a great friend for us if we can listen to the pain. And if we don't hide from it, if we just accept the knowledge that it gives and move forward. Start also paying attention to your breath. How it starts with an inhale and how it ends with an exhale. Pay attention to the pauses. Pay attention how every inhale brings so much joy and energy to your body, and how every exhale releases, allows you to let go. If you have been practicing yoga for quite a while, then please activate your throat lock, Jalandhara Bandha, which means that you pull your chin a little bit closer towards your throat, just a little bit, and feel that restriction inside your throat. You can also softly and gently touch your roof of your mouth with the tongue. Just make sure that your lips are still soft. And then if you breathe your Ujjayi breath, the victorious breath, make sure it's soft in the sense that you don't push. You allow it to flow freely. You can also say Sa when you inhale in your mind, and you can say Ha in your mind when you exhale. And before we start the physical part of the practice, then allow yourself to set an intention for your practice today. What is it that you would like to find from this practice? What is it that you're allowing yourself to feel and experience today? And furthermore, what is it that you are willing to let go of? My deepest wish for you is this practice would be full of joy, that you would allow yourself to experience and maybe even feel the magic. Have a blessed practice. If in any case you're lying down on the back or in your Shavasana, start wiggling your fingers and toes and join us in a seated pose. And if you're seated, whatever version works for you is fine. Just pay attention how your breath still moves slowly and freely. And when you're ready on the next inhale, simply lift your arms up. Lengthen, maybe wiggle with your fingers. And on the next exhale, bring your hands on the floor in front of you. Maybe say thanks to the ground that it's grounding you and supporting you. On the next inhale, lift your arms up again. And on the exhale, bring your fingertips behind you, just fingertips. On an inhale, lift your heart, lengthen. Make sure that you don't lift your chin, just your heart. And allow your heart to say hello. On the next one, lift your arms up again. And when you exhale, push yourself off the ground. And come, turn your toes under, tuck your toes under, and sit on your heels. Nothing else. If you feel that this is too much for your feet, then you can always raise up for a second and then sit down again. On the next inhale, lift your arms up. And we turn to the right, bring your arms to the side. Inhale and lifting arms up again. And then you twist to the left when you exhale. Do it in your own speed. Make sure that your hips don't move. And you twist only from the upper body. Make also sure that you're enjoying what you're doing and not twisting too hard. On the next inhale, lift yourself up again. And on exhale, twist to the right. This time, on an inhale, push yourself off from your heels. And on an inhale, lift up again. Try to reach back. Come back to the middle. And on an exhale, sit down again. Lift your arms. Inhale up. Twist on an exhale. Lift yourself off your heels. On the next inhale, reach up with your heart and your arm. And on an exhale, bring the arms and your hips down. Let's do it again. Lift your arms when you're ready and twist. Then lift your hips and reach up. And when you're ready, you bring it all down on your heels. Last one. You twist. You lift your hips and your heart. And you sit. Now walk your hands to a tabletop and give yourself a lovely applause with your feet. And start walking your hands in every possible direction. Turn them. You don't have to turn 45 degrees at a time. You can turn 90 degrees. You can also, you simply turn your hands whichever way you can. Yeah? As much as possible. Slowly and smoothly. Or faster, but still make sure it's smooth. We want to make sure that your forearm starts working. And while you do that, you can easily go into a cat pose and cow pose. So a cow pose is a stretch on an inhale, and a cat pose is curling your back on an exhale. As you can see, at the same time, while I'm moving my back, I'm still also moving my hands. You can go very slow or faster. It's your breath that tells what to do. This time, make sure your hands are wider than your shoulders. Tuck your toes under, and on an exhale, push yourself into a downward dog pose, Adho Mukha Svanasana, and simply pedal your feet. Push your one heel as down as you can. You can bend both of your legs. You can move your hips. Actually, I do suggest that you move your hips as much as possible, because guess what? This is where joy comes from. Being able to move freely. And while you pedal, or as we like to say, walk your dog, take your dog for a longer walk towards your hands, but walk only until you can keep your palms down. Then bend your legs, pull your belly towards your thighs, grab your elbows, and find the ragdoll pose. You can simply sway there. You can move yourself as much or as little bit as you want to. Just make sure that you let your body fall on top of your thighs. Then drop your hands. If it's a yes day, then nod your head yes. If it's maybe a no day, then shake your head a no and roll slowly up. Smoothly. And when you come up, roll your shoulders and sigh. On the next inhale, bring your arms up from the side. Push your hips a little bit forward. On an exhale, bend forward and touch the ground with your fingertips, or if you have a block, put your hands on a block. And simply walk your legs, bend one, and straighten the other in your own rhythm. Then bend your legs, lift your arms to the side. On an inhale, turn your palms up, push yourself up, straighten your legs, and on an exhale, you bend forward again. This time on an inhale, you straighten your left leg, you bend your right leg, and you lift your left arm to the side to twist. On an exhale, fingertips down. Inhale, bend your legs as much as possible, palms up. Lift up your legs, and on an exhale, you bend forward again. This time, straighten your right arm, bend your left, lift your arm to the side and twist. And on an exhale, you bend forward again. Inhale, bend your legs, lift your upper body, and push yourself all the way up. Inhale here. And on the next exhale, we do one more time, a bend. Here, straighten your left leg on an inhale, bend your right, lift your left arm. And exhale, bend forward. Do it to the right, lift your right arm, straighten your right leg. And on an exhale, bend forward. Bend both of your legs on an inhale. Lift your arms to the front. Imagine you have a cake or maybe something even better on your hands. And move your hips just a little bit. Shake them just a little bit. Yes, because from where else are you gonna get the joy? And if you want to, you can always make your hands move the way that feels good for you. And from this chair pose, push yourself all the way up. And on an exhale, bring your hands in front of your heart center. Take a deep breath. Feel what your heart tells you. On the next inhale, lift your right leg bent and lift your arms. Bring your leg to the side, bring your arms to the side. Let your leg go behind, drop your hands and do it again. On an inhale, you lift. On an exhale, you make a big circle. Do it again. Feel the movement. And guess what? If you don't find your balance, so what? Then you just have to touch the floor with the other foot. Last one. This time, find your tree pose. You can find the very easiest version by putting your toes down or by touching your shin from inside, or you can put your foot all the way up to the thigh. Whichever version works for you, bring your hearts in front of your heart center. And if you can, close your eyes. I know the worst thing that happens is that you have to put your foot down. Just breathe. My dear ladies, open your eyes, lift your arms up, and let's go. If you can, please snap your fingers. Keep doing it. Stand there in a tree pose and snap your fingers. Find your joy. And if you want to, your tree can always dance. Because guess what? If you look outside in the forest, no tree stands still. Bring your hands to your heart center. And slowly move your leg over your thigh. Sit a little bit further back into your one-leg chair pose and bring your hands underneath your foot. And start from here, slowly moving your left arm to the side. Twist with it and put your palms back together. Do it one more time. And together. Now lift yourself, lift your knee, and push yourself back to a warrior three pose. Now take a long step back. Put your knee down, your right knee down. Lift your arms up, bend a little bit further back, and your right hand goes on your heel. Put your left hand behind your head and lengthen. Lift both of your arms and put them down on the mat. Lift your right knee up and now touch your left elbow with your left knee. Lift your toes up and push yourself to downward facing dog. Those of you who are really advanced yogis, you can always do all sorts of hand balances. On inhale, roll forward to a plank pose. Put your knees down, drop your hips, and lower down all the way to your belly. On an inhale, shoulder round, the same way back up. On your knees, push your bum back, and downward facing dog on an exhale. Keep your legs bent and heels up. On an inhale, roll forward. Lower your hips. Put your knees down, hips down, and your chest down. Come the same way up. Roll your shoulders. Push up on your knees, push your hips back, and exhale to downward facing dog. Find your dog, whether it's still or moving, that's up to you. Simply make sure that you push your, I call it punching, as high as possible. My darling ladies, drop your head, take your dog for a walk towards your hands. Make sure your head is really relaxed. From here, bend your legs. Inhale to a chair pose. You know it. Shake it as much or as little as you can. Whatever feels good. Your freedom. Come up all the way. And hands to your heart center. Feel it. Feel how your heart is telling you what's good for you. bend it up. Lift your arms up. Go from the side with your arms and your leg behind, hands down. On an inhale, lift it up. And exhale. Keep going. If you feel that you're gonna fall out of the balance, go for it. Yes, do it. On this time, you're gonna find your tree pose, your Vrikshasana, on the left side. Just make sure that you don't put your foot around your knee, either higher or lower. Hands in front of your heart center. Take a deep inhale and close your eyes. Close your eyes.
These lonely walls have changed the way I feel.
The way I feel. Open your eyes, lift your arms up, find your version of a tree, however your tree looks like. You can't run away from yourself. Inhale, and on an exhale, lift your ankle over your thigh. Start sitting back, bend your right leg. Hands underneath your foot. And start lifting your right arm, twisting to the side. Come back, do it again. This time, lift your hands, lift your foot, and your Virabhadrasana 3, your warrior 3 pose. Push with the heel. Take a long step back, put your toes down, put your knee down. Lift your arms up, lean up, not back, lean up. Then bring your left hand on your ankle, right hand behind your head. Lift your heart. If I lose myself, I lose it all. Lift your arms up. Put your hands down, wider than your shoulders. Lift your left knee. Bring your right knee on top of your right elbow. Lift your foot and push yourself to downward facing dog. Pedal your feet, lift your bum chin up. Take a deep breath and sigh out. Stay here. 3 deep breaths. Lift your right leg up behind you. Just keep your hips squared. Push with the heel. Step your right hand in the middle of the mat. And take a long step on the outside of your right hand. Lift your left arm up. Turn your heel down 45 degrees. Pull with your heels, pull with your core. Your warrior 2. Inhale here, smile to yourself. Bring your left hand behind you, almost grabbing your right hip. And lean to the left, your reverse warrior. Let the arm go in front of you, a couple of circles. And she's singing, if I lose myself, I lose it all. Don't lose yourself. This time, warrior 2 again. Lift your left heel. Bring your left arm over your right knee. Put your left knee down. Fist into your left palm. Lift your heart and twist. That was my back, if you heard it. Lift your left knee. Lift your arms. And come back to warrior 2 pose. Reverse warrior again. And this time, shift your weight to your left leg. Grab your left ankle with your right hand and twist to the left. Beautiful. Bring your hands to the front. Quietly step into a plank pose. Drop your hips. Drop your knees. Drop your belly, your chest. And come back up. Roll your shoulders. Push your hips off. Push your hip back.
middle of the mat. Softly take a step on the outside of your left hand. From here, push up with your right hand. Turn your right heel in 45 degrees. Pull your heels together. And exhale up. Warrior two. Ladies, I want you to dance without moving your legs. You can do all sorts of shaky, shaky, wavy, wavy, whatever feels good. You can roll, you can shake, you can even snap. Stay. Bring your right hand behind your back and lean to the right leg. Your reverse warrior. And start moving with your left arm in front of you, making circles. Aha, your warrior two. Smile to yourself. Lift your right heel up, lift your right arm up, put your right knee down, and bring your right elbow over your left leg. Fist with your left hand, put it in your palm, lift your heart, and twist behind you. Psst, I have a secret. Remember to breathe. And if possible, enjoy yourself. Lift your right knee off the ground. Lift your arms up and twist into your warrior two again. Go to reverse warrior to your right leg. Shift the weight to your right leg. Bend your right, straighten your left. Grab your right ankle and twist to the right. Beautiful. Walk your hands to the front of your mat and step quietly to a plank pose. Ladies, those of you who want to, you can always do vinyasas. Otherwise, drop your hips. Put your knees down. Belly, lie down. With a smile. Roll your shoulders over your knees. Downward dog. Start walking your feet towards your hands by shaking your hips, by dropping your head, and roll up. All right. Try to make a figure eight with your hips when you dance. I have to come closer and take a look what you're doing, because otherwise I can't see that beauty. Shake it. Oh my God, this is so nice. Shake it. Ooh, that's beautiful. Oh my God, ladies, you make me smile from the heart. That's lovely. And from here, take a deep breath and exhale. Close your eyes for a second.
Smile when they smile, laugh when they laugh.
Feel your heart. And if possible, find your gratitude inside your heart. The world is a beautiful, beautiful place. Let yourself enjoy in your loving embrace. If your eyes were closed, blink them softly open and drop your hands. And if possible, show me your tongue. On an inside, lift your arms up and bring them once again in front of your heart center. Push your palms together, like trying to hold the most beautiful thing inside of your hands. We start with the left leg. Lift your left leg up in front of you, bent. Bring it to the side and find your tree pose. You can keep your eyes closed or open or closed. Lift your arms up and bend to the right.
It's okay.
Come back to the middle. Push your legs together and bend to the left. Come back to the middle. Lift your leg on your thigh and sit in a one-leg chair pose. If you can, grab your leg from over your knee and under your foot. And you can make a hook with your hands. Those of you who feel like it, you can try to straighten your right leg and keep the bend forward. Then you go back, you bend the leg. You bring your arms up, you bring your knee in front of you, and you go to warrior 3. Push your heel back, bend your right leg, take a long step back, lift your arms from in front of you, bend your left leg. If you can put both hands on your ankle or keep your right hand behind your head. Lift your arms up again. Bring your hands down. Now this time, bring your right knee on top of your right elbow. Those of you who feel like you can do a push-up and push yourself back into three-legged downward dog, right leg up. Bend your right leg. Lift your left heel. Lean forward from your shoulders and turn your dog backwards, sit down. So that your right leg is bent, your left hand is down. Take a deep breath. On an inhale, push yourself off the ground to Kamakkarasana, wild thing. And the wild thing comes back down. Do it again. Woo. One more time. Try not to smile on this one, okay, ladies? Come on. And from here, turn back to downward dog with 3 legs. Step your right hand to the middle. And take a long step on the outside of your right hand. Right. Lift your left arm up. Tuck your heel down. Warrior 2. Reverse warrior. From here, lift your left heel. Bring your left elbow on the outside of your right knee. Fist, lift your heart. Or you can put your knee down, that's always okay. From here, lean forward and lift your left leg. Keep your elbow on the outside of your knee. Step back. Straighten your arms and reverse warrior to the left leg. Ooh. Beautiful. Shift your weight to the left leg. Grab your left ankle and twist to the left. Very nice. Walk forward with your hands and step to a plank pose. Lower your hips, lower your belly, lie down. Bring your left hand to the side, bend your right leg, and turn behind your back. If possible, walk your right hand over your head and stretch your side. Bring your right hand back and come back to the middle. Hands below your chest. Lift your heart, lift your belly, lift your hips. Push back to downward facing dog. Those of you who want to jump, go for jumps. Otherwise, shake your hips a little, walk with smooth steps forward. Roll up slowly. Circle your shoulders and sigh. Make the circle with your hips the other way. Dance with your hips. Maybe even your hands. beautiful. Take a deep breath in and sigh out. Feel the energy in your fingertips, in your toes. Feel the energy on the corners of your mouth and the twinkle in your eye. Bring your hands to the heart center and lift your right knee in front of you. Find your tree pose with the right leg. And whether you close your eyes or keep them open is up to you. Lift your arms up and find your version of a tree, however it looks like. Breathe in the balance and movement. Remember, a rigid tree will break even in the smallest wind, yet softness is what keeps you going for hundreds of years. Open your eyes if they were closed, lift your arms up and bring them to your heart center. And bring your right heel, your right ankle on top of your left thigh and sit back to one-legged chair pose. If you can, bring your right arm over your knee, left hand underneath your foot and hook your hands. Those of you who tried to straighten the leg that you're standing on, do that on this leg too. And then sit back. Lift your arms. Lift your leg. And push yourself into Warrior 3. Push the heel back. Take a long step back. Arms go up from your foot in front of you. Bring your knee down and bring either one or both hands on your right heel. Lift your heart, push your heart forward. Bring your arms up again. Bring your hands down on the ground and lift your left knee. Right knee up. And lift your left knee on your elbow. Those of you who feel like it, give me a push up and push yourself to downward facing dog with left leg up. Yeah. Step your left hand to the middle of your mat. Sorry, I'm the wrong way. And take a long step on the outside of your left hand. Lift your right arm up. Turn your heel in. And your version of Warrior 2. Show me how it looks like when your ground is still. Your legs are not moving, but your upper body is doing the most beautiful things. And then find the pose. Reverse Warrior. Right hand goes behind your back. Lift your right heel. Bring your right elbow on the outside of your left knee. And fist inside your palm. Lift your heart. If you feel like it, lean forward and lift your right leg up. You can totally shake there as you saw me do it. Yeah, I was trying to look at you. Bring your leg back. Open up your arms. Turn your heel down. Your Warrior 2 and reverse Warrior to the right. Shift your weight to the right leg. Lift your right arm to the side and twist. Walk your hands to the front of your mat. Quietly take a plank pose. Lower your hips, your belly, your heart. Bring your right arm to the side, bend your left leg, twist behind you, And if possible, bring your left hand over your head. Stretch your side. Breathe. Bring your left hand back beside you. Come back to the middle. Hands below your chest. And ladies, I remind you, gravity is a bitch. Your boobs a little bit lower than you think. Inhale up from your chest, belly, hips. Push your hips back. Your downward facing dog. And my darlings, walk forward again. Grab your elbows, find the ragdoll pose one more time. Drop your hands. And slower than you want to, roll up. Your head comes up last. And take a deep sigh. Now take a look at yourself, how beautiful you are. Life is all what we make it. Do you hear what he's singing? Life is all what you make of it, and you'll be all right. So just smile and enjoy the ride. When you're ready, left leg starts. Arms go up, your tree pose on left leg. Your version, whatever you want to do with the hands. Eyes open or closed, your choice. Whatever feels comfy and good. Open your eyes. Bring your leg to a single leg chair pose. Your version, whether you want to grab the baby, straighten your leg, maybe start even lifting up your leg a little bit higher. Beautiful. Come back down. Lift your arms up. Lift your knee. Your warrior three, push the heel back. Take a long step back. Your version of back bend, find it. You can also put your hands on your chest and lift your heart. Let your heart flow. Lift your arms up, lift your left knee, and bring your right knee to your elbow. And maybe do a push-up and three-legged downward dog. Push your right leg back. We didn't do it on the left leg, did we? Now bend your right leg again. Lift your left heel. Lean forward from your shoulders. And turn your dog backwards and sit down. Sit down. Again, your right leg is bent. Your left hand is down. Take a deep breath as well. Inhale up. This is called the wild thing or Kamakkarasana. Sit down again. Those of you who are extremely good, go for a back bend total. You could go for a wheel pose. Last one. And come up and push into a three-legged downward dog. Step your right hand in the middle of your mat. And long step to the outside of your right hand. Lift your left arm up. Warrior two. Reverse warrior. Lift your left heel. Bring your left hand over your knee. It's a twist. Look down on the ground. If you want to, step to the right leg. Hold the twist. Take a step back. Reach your one arm up, one arm down. Reverse warrior to the left. Shift the weight to the left leg. Twist to the left. Now from here, my lovelies, walk your left hand to the ground. Lift your right arm up. Turn your toes, all 10 toes, to the right. Beautiful. Come with me. Lower your hip. Look behind you. Lift your hip up, reach over your head. Do it again. Lower your head, look behind you. Reach over. One last time. Oh, that's beautiful. Lift. Now walk your hands as far forward as possible. Turn your right toes a little bit to the right. Drop your head. Maybe you can drop it on the ground, maybe not. You can also drop your left knee. Breathe. Nothing really matters. Walk your hands back and bring your hands to the side. Right hand goes underneath your leg. Breathe. Doesn't need to go all the way. It's fine however far it goes. Now try to find your bum chicken. Up, your version of a back bend. You choose what works for you. Lift your arms up, Lift your right knee. Bring your hands to the front. Bring your knee to your elbow. If you want to, push up and push your leg back. Three-legged downward dog. Bend your left leg. Lift your right heels. Lean forward on your shoulders and turn yourself back. Sit down so that your left leg is bent. Right hand is behind your hips. Feel it. On an inhale, lift your heart up and go down. We're gonna do twice as many here because we didn't do it the first time, right? Lift your heart. If you can do two more, if not, just sit here and think how wonderful you are. Go for it. Oh, that's so beautiful. One more time. Yes. From here, turn yourself into downward facing dog. Bring your left hand in the middle of the mat and take a long step forward. Lift your right arm, turn your heel. Warrior two. Now feel like someone's pulling you from right and left arm. But your legs, they're grounded. This is life. Once you feel grounded, you can move, you can fly however much you want to, as long as you have a grounding. Reverse warrior to your right side. Lift your right heel, right elbow across your left knee, your twist. Bring your gaze down, bring your gaze down to your left foot. Lean forward, try to find your balance. Keep the twist. Step back, straighten your arms. Reverse warrior to the right. Shift your weight to the right leg and twist to the right. Now walk forward with your right hand. Turn your toes to the left. Lift your left arm. And start leaning down and back. Lift up and reach over. Do it again. Lower, lift your heart. Reach over from the side. Last time. Lower and left. Now turn your toes a little bit to the left, your left toes. Walk your hands as far as you can. You can even drop your right knee. And maybe you can even drop your head. Your version of a lizard pose. It's been a long, hard road. But she's telling you that everything is gonna be alright. Feel it. Walk your hands back. And if you can, walk them to the side. You don't have to get your shoulder totally underneath your knee, but as far as possible for you. And if you want to try, right hand goes to your right bumpkin, left hand to your left bumpkin. Make sure you pull your right hip forward. You can lift the knee. If you don't want to, you can just stay here. Bring your knee down, bring your hands out. Turn your left toes out. Lift your right knee, Malasana. Bring your hands to your heart, lift your hips a little bit higher. I can see the light. Bring your hands in front. Everything's gonna be okay. Sit your bumpkin down. Lift your legs off the ground. We're gonna go to magic egg. Roll your back. your legs, drop your head.
Since I've known taste of freedom.
Now this magic egg, imagine egg is not straight, so you have to curl your back a little bit so that your core and your abs will work. Yeah. Now while you hold your legs, pull them really close to you. Try to keep the right leg, try to straighten the left, but don't let go and keep it really tight to you. Bring it back. Change. Pull the left leg as close to you as possible. Straighten the right. If you wanna, you can do a couple of more times. If you think I'm crazy, which I am, stay here. Your choice. From here, my lovelies, pull the knees back towards you, drop your head. And from here, lift your head again. Smoothly start rolling. Try to hold the roll. You can let the legs go a little bit. Oh my God, cramp. Lift your arms over your head. Straighten your legs as long as possible. Lengthen yourself all the way.
Everything's gonna be alright.
It's gonna be okay. Bring your arms to the side. Bend your legs. Step your right leg over your left knee. Lift both of your legs off the ground. Grab your ankles on both sides. Pull your shoulders down. And you probably feel the top hip or the top side of your right glute. Breathe. Try to push your bumpkin, your sitting bone down, and your shoulders down. Everything's gonna be okay. Let your legs go. Lift them in front of you. Shake your legs. You can also lift your arms and shake your arms. Drop your legs and step your left leg over your right so that your knees are really tight. Lift your foot off the ground once again. Grab your ankles. Shoulders down to the ground. Sitting bone also pushing down so that you have a sway in your lower back.
This is a little bit later.
Let your legs go. Last time, shake your arms and legs like a really, really happy bug in the springtime. And your choice, if you want to do something, those of you who practice, let's say, shoulder stands or practice something else, those of you who still want to do headstands or whatever your practice is, go for it. If you feel like nothing else, and if you have the 5 extra minutes, remember I told you, always go over time, then please just lie down on your back. Lie down on your back, and if you want to, grab a plankish something. Take a deep breath when you drop yourself into a shavasana. Make sure that your palms are facing the sky, that your legs are spread hip wide, toes turned out. Drop the tongue from the roof of your mouth and simply let the joy of being take over.
forget it all. The facts and the waterfalls. I know you're scared, but I always begin. Catch you when you fall. So let's dance in the rain and wash away everything. I know you're scared, but I always begin. Catch you when you fall. Catch you.
Stay there for a second. Just start bringing your mind back onto this moment and ask yourself, what is something in this very moment that can bring you joy? What is something in this very moment that can bring you gratitude? What is something in this very moment that can make you love yourself even more? Then take a really deep breath and sigh out through your mouth. Start wiggling your fingers and toes. Feel the energy moving. Feel this love running around in your veins. Slowly bend both of your legs and let your body choose to which side you're going to fall into a fetal pose. Bring the knees close to you. And only in this position, slowly and smoothly, when you feel that you're ready, softly blink your eyes open. Push yourself off the ground with your top arm and find the seated position that works for you. If it's available for you today, then you can even let your mind bow in front of your heart. And I would love to leave you with my most favorite quote. In these crazy times where we can't always find what works for us and what not, where trying to find joy and happiness is not always the easiest of paths, I hope that you always look into your heart and know that you're on your very right path. That you always are able to look into your heart and know that you are the source of your own love. Because we can't bring peace to this peace by fighting. The only way we can bring peace is by peacing. And it would be amazing if we start by peacing first towards ourselves. Thank you for joining me. It has been an immense honor. So glad to see so many of you that I haven't seen for many years even. I really appreciate you. May your heart be filled with love and joy. Namaste.